I'm Kevin, welcome to my channel. Today we got the Lynx come in and let's have a look. It's all in the box. Here we are. This is the Lynx in the box and we got the battery pack there. So let's do the unpacking. So we have the Leaperkim Lynx and it's on the bench. So this has all been, it's quite a simple machine to put together or to build. So what we have here is the machine comes in the, bare bone. The battery separated, and you can see here, this is the motor, and we got the suspension rod mount there, and also we got a Kenda tire. So this is a Kenda tire that comes with it. And yeah. So I prefer the Kenda tire than the CST, which is good. The Kenda tire comes with it. So we've got the suspension there. Looks like this is a new model, and it's quite a thick suspensions. And let's go at the accessory on the machine. So we got the battery pack. We got 2 battery pack, and the rear stand. Handle and 2 rod, and the rear stand rod. Okay, and the power supply. So the power supply, let's have a look at the power supply. There you go. It's a 151.2 volt and 5 amp. Okay, so yeah, it's over 150 volt, this wheel. So that will be interesting and fast. And yeah, so as I say, the 2 battery side panel. Now, let's have a look at this closely. So we got the motor. So I'll be opening up this and to see is this the same as before, the mount, or have they changed anything? But it looks to me, it looks the same thing. Maybe a little bit stronger, but we never know until we have a look at it, or maybe later on see anything that comes back with a fault or something like that. Now let's have a look at the control board. So let's lay that down and have a look at that. Okay, so on the back of the on the bottom of the display control unit, and see there's all metal on the bottom that acts as a heat sink for the ball. And again, you got the plug here for the lights, and the plug for the front lights, and they got the speaker behind the lights. And you see, I still don't like this exposed to element. You see that there? So there's no seal on that plug. There's seal on the cable there, but not there. So it's stuck on quite tight. But so I'm gonna put a little bit of silicone down there to stop corrosion or any water going in there. And there's a motor cable there. And if you turn this round, okay, so you've got the gasket for the suspension that stops the noise. And on the Lynx, it's different. It's got this rubber cover, which is good. So this is a rubber cover that comes with it. So that seals the hole on the top, which makes it look nicer. And yeah, and the control board on the top. So let's open this up and have a look inside. So to remove the top cover, there are 2, 4, 6, 8 screws, and the screws are slightly smaller than the pattern. They're a little bit thinner. So this is probably an M3 screw, and the hex is slightly smaller as well. So yeah, so they're short, thin screw for the top. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to remove the top, and that exposes the display. And see there, so this is stuck on with the silicone. So that's stuck on with silicone there. And yeah, so this time this is raised up. So not like the pattern, it was like on the bottom. This was sealed on the bottom, but this bracket here is actually raised up, and the cover goes on top of it. And on the back is flush in. Yeah, so I'm not sure that's sealed in or anything like that. And yeah, so this is the battery cable that comes out. Okay, and I'm not going to remove this, because if I remove this, all this seal will come off. So I'm going to leave that for now. So this is the top control. There's nothing much to it really, apart there's a control board inside, which is stuck on by this top cover, which is sealed in with all the silicone, and tightened down with the screws, and the cover goes on top. So it's very simple. It's just like a one contained cell contained unit. Obviously, when you change the tire or remove the motor, you can actually change it here just by removing the this plastic mud guard, the fender, okay, which is stuck on by 4 screws down there. So when the fender comes off, then you can change the tire on the wheel. So it's quite a simplicity design and easy to maintain. Yeah, so you've got the motor, the suspensions, which is a U-shaped bracket, and a big stainless steel spring goes along there, and back up into the control here, and the lights and the speaker. Very straightforward, very simple. And then you got the battery to go on top, and that's it. Yeah, very simplicity design, and well built. So let's put it all together and see how simple it is to put together. Okay, so the screw that holds the side panel in on the battery is this 8 here. So the center 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just like the Sherman or pattern, or Sherman S or pattern. And now on the Lynx, you can see this piece here. So this piece is quite a thin piece. So it's quite a thin piece. I think that's why they can make it so light. So we got a piece of on the control bracket, and the screw hole is right there. Okay, so this piece, so it's reinforced on that top there. So this is like a bar along there, running along there. So there's a metal bar at the back running along there. So that should be quite strong enough to hold it in. So yeah, so it's thin, but it looks very strong. And see, they try to cut it as thin as possible. And I'm not so sure if you have a hard impact, will it crack those you know, this bit here, and also the back tail light. So this bit, yeah, so yeah, it looks strong enough. It looks strong enough. It's that thickness there. Okay, I think they try to remove anything that is waste of space, and try to make it lighter. I think they put a lot of thought into this, which is quite good. And the light here, so this bit, it looks a little bit weak, but then again, if it don't impact onto the light, that is quite thin there. You see that bit there? So the holding bracket here on here is quite thin there. Yeah, at least it's thicker than the big oldie. So this bit here is holding the light, so that's quite thin. So let's hope you don't have hard impact right onto the light. If you do that, then obviously this is going to break. Okay, if the hard impact is the front, that will break. But as long as you've got something to protect it, it should be okay. Yeah. Okay, so again, the bracket that goes on top with the screw, they are quite loose. So this needs to be, make sure it's torque tight into it. And otherwise it start to rock, rock again, like the pattern or the Sherman S. And I'm not sure how strong. That looks like aluminium to me. This looks like aluminium. So they're still not using a very strong metal, or magnesium or aluminium alloy. So yeah, so this doesn't, that looks the same as the S and pattern, you know. Again, 4 screw holding the motor down on that bracket, and you've got 4 bolt at the back there. That's the motor bolt. Okay, so they torque it in and it's all tight. So that is the high tension screw, so that is definitely tight. But the outside one that holds the rod, that needs to be tightened, definitely. So I'm going to tighten that. Okay, about the battery panel, when you put it in, they also improved the cable management here. You can see here, for the battery pack itself, you see that cable there? It goes straight into that slot there on the body. So, which is a very nice fit. So it's just perfect, so easy. I mean, with the pattern, if you don't do it properly, you might cut the power, you know, the cable. But this, it's just perfect. It goes in nicely. That's the improvement on there as well. Okay, so the battery is quite easy to put in. You just put it in, and the 4 bolt to secure the top. Okay, and 8 in the center. And the bolt on this is you just tighten it to the end, and you can't tighten anymore because it's just right. The screw is just right, so it's just tight, and that's it. And the 4 screw there, tight it up, and that's it. Now, as I said before, the fuse connector. So what I'm doing is I'm just undo the nuts, and then put lock nuts on there to lock the bolt so it doesn't move. Because I find that the design on this, you know, sooner or later the bolt's got to be loose, and then you get power loss, and the wheel will drop, but you get power loss, and which is better to be safe than sorry. So double check them and secure them tight. So regarding the fuse connector, so this plastic fuse connector here, the housing, the plastic is like crisps. It's so brittle, so as soon as you stick the screwdriver in it, it just splits off. So the whole thing just cracks off. So this plastic is so, you know, so fragile. Yeah, so a big crack. So as you see on the other side, same thing on the other side. So what I've done is I put some string wrap around it to hold it in. Okay, so it will snap, and it's not that great. But this should hold it. You shouldn't be touching that now, unless you have a fuse blown. Then you probably have to replace it with the insulation tape to wrap it in. If you ain't got those string wraps. Yeah, so I'm going to check those fuse connector and make sure they are, locked down. Okay, also what I noticed is when you connect the battery back into here, the space is quite limited. So if you're going to coil this around, so I advise you to put some insulation tape to tape that down, because if this touches the metal chassis, then it's gonna blow something. Okay, it's gonna damage the battery or blow the fuse and things like that. Because at the end of the day, this is metal, and you gotta expose, positive battery connector here. And if that touches the chassis, that will feed back to the control board and will blow something. Okay, so it's best to just insulate that. And see here, so I insulated the contact on the end there, just to be cautious, to rest my mind. Okay, and on the other side as well. Now I'm happy with this. Okay, so that shouldn't be touching the chassis, and I'm yeah. Otherwise we have nightmare with that. Okay, so we got the Lynx. So it's all done, and the handle has been put back in. So let's have a look at it. So now this is a different shape. It's got a nice low cover here, which is great. That covers the suspension here, and it gives you a nice angle for your leg to rest. So we have a look at that. And let's turn it on. Let's switch on. Okay, so it comes on. And we put that fit on there. See, so I can feel it feels nicer than a pattern. It doesn't get caught on your leg, where the metal digs into it. I think they improved this bit for comfort, so which is nice. So there weren't any pad that came with it, so just a machine. You have to get your own pad. And the light, I must say, is much brighter. So there you go. So it's very bright. The light is very bright, which is great. There's only one setting, on and off, and that's it. If you're familiar with the Leaperkim control, so it's the same. A little bit more detail on this one. The handle is quite a chunky handle here. So when you put your hand in, if you've got big hand, you find it hard to put your hand in there. So you press that and it comes up. So this is quite fat compared to the other one. And it's quite sturdy, although there's still a bit of flex there. Yeah, which is, yeah, it does the job. Okay, and see now without a handle there, it's nice and easy to grab. And the charging port is at the back here. So that covers up like this. Let's hope the water doesn't splash into it, you know, being at the back. And coming down here. Yeah, so let's do a free spin speed and see what we get. So let me zoom in the camera. There you go. So let's put that back in there. Oh, you have to make this better so it doesn't touch the side. Now this is the normal mode with the speed mode off. Okay, so let's do a free spin. Okay, and let's start off. $51 miles per hour. Okay, so it cuts off at 65. 65 it cuts off. Free spin. Now let's set it to high speed mode. High speed mode. High speed mode on. Okay. So free spin, high speed mode. $50, $54, $55. $82. So free spin speed is 82 on high speed mode, which is 82 miles per hour. Wow, that is fast. Crazy. So anyway, so this is the Lynx, and with 151 volt, that's what we'll expect anyway. So thank you for watching, and if you could like and subscribe to my channel, that would be great help. And I will see you in the next video. And ride safe. Thank you for watching.